Welcome to this session. Myself Sivapriya from RFM College of Engineering and Technology. I am working as an assistant professor in Department of EEE. Today we are going to cover the Biot Savart Law. In this lecture we will see how the current produces magnetic field. The current meaning the moving charges, moving electrons produce the magnetic field. This can be thought of as a basic mechanism by which all the magnetic fields are produced. The history of Biot Savart Law is in 1890, Hans Christian Ørsted discovered that the compass needle was deflected by the current carrying wire. The current carrying wire giving a deflection to the compass needle. That is what he found in 1890s. Then in 1920, Baptiste Biot and Felix Savart performed experiments to determine the force exerted on a compass by the current carrying wire. So these two experiments provide us the following result. This is actually Jean Baptiste Biot and Felix Savart's results. The dB meaning the change of magnetic field, is produced by the small section of the wire. The entire wire is there, but we get the magnetic field in a certain section. And the ds is the vector or the length of the small section. The section of wire we used is ds. R is a positional vector from the section of wire to where the magnetic field is measured. The current I is a current in the wire. Theta is the angle between ds and r vector. So dB is the magnetic field produced by the small section. The section length is ds, and I is a current flowing in this conductor. Theta is the angle between ds and r vector, and dB is what in our interest we are calculating using the Biot Savart Law. And the Biot Savart Law results that dB is perpendicular to ds. Also dB is perpendicular to r vector. As they are being perpendicular, they might be in cross section. Okay, cross product. dB, the magnitude of dB inversely proportional to the magnitude of r. The r is, what is r? The r is a position vector from the section of wire where the magnetic field is measured. And also the magnitude of dB is proportional to the current. Also dB is proportional to the magnitude of ds, and it's also proportional to the sine theta. So the result is dB is direct proportional to the current which flowing in a conductor, and ds cross r vector divided by, which is inversely proportional to magnitude of r square. While we are removing the proportionality, we are providing a constant. The constant is mu naught by 4 pi I ds vector cross r vector divided by r square. Here mu naught is a permeability of free space, which values 4 pi cross 10 power minus 7. So the Biot Savart Law is, which used to find the magnetic field produced by the current carrying conductor. The formula is dB direct proportional to I ds vector cross r vector. It's a cross product, so sine theta will come while we removing the cross product divided by r square. Okay, while we removing the proportionality constant, we introduce the constant value, which is mu naught by 4 pi. And here mu naught is a permeability of free space. Mu naught is value is 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. Okay, so that formula is derived for a particular section, but in case of a continuous wire we will have dB1, dB2, etc. up to dvi. How many sections we have considered? So the total magnetic field B is a summation of dv1 plus dv2 plus dvi, etc. Okay. So we'll be calculating the magnetic field B equal to mu naught by 4 pi I, which is a current flowing in a conductor, summation of dsi cross ri cap divided by ri square. The example of using Biot Savart Law is direction of field among a long wire. Here is a wire which is placed in a circular manner. In circular manner we take many sections, and one section is dv1, which is from the origin it placed r1, placed in an r1 placed in R1. In having R1, the section length is ds1, and the magnetic field produced is dv1. Okay. The direction of magnetic field is calculated by this right hand rule. Here the current is flowing in the direction of the fingers, and the magnetic field is produced in the direction of thumb. Magnetic field from Biot Savart Law, as we have discussed, dv is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I into ds cross r vector divided by r square. What is the value of B? B equal to mu naught by 4 pi I summation of dsi cross r vector. How you remove the cross product? To remove the cross product, ds dot r into sin theta will be added. Okay, this is a summary. What is Biot Savart Law? Biot Savart Law is dv equal to mu naught by 4 pi I into ds vector cross r vector by r square, and distance from a distance in a long straight line, b value is mu naught I by 2 pi a, and the field produced by the wire B equal to mu naught I by 2r. The center of wire loop with the radius r. Okay. The center of tight wire coil with n turns B equal to mu naught Ni by 2r. Force between two wires is F by L equal to mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi a. Thank you.